Hello and welcome to the channel. I hope you're all having a good day. We are once again sim racing in iRacing at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where we've already seen a few exciting races recently. And despite having some fun races with pretty decent results, there is still lots of improvement to be made, mostly in the aspect of being more consistent and keeping my eyes on the racing line while not target fixating on other cars. So will we be able to improve on these points and claim more victories in the oncoming races? Let's find out. So at this point my lap times for this circuit hover somewhere in between 1 minute 34.5 and 1:36. Unfortunately, in the qualifying session for the first race I was on the slower end of that, setting a lap time of 1:35.99, which put us at P8 on the grid. While editing the video I saw I missed a message from Leonardo, so I sent him a message back, let him know that we think about him. So P8 it is, let's jump into the race. Okay, so here we are at the start of what is now race number 4 already at Charlotte Motor Speedway. In case you haven't seen those, I recommend you to watch the previous video, where you'll see all about it. As we are having a nice start, coming up the outside, going too wide, into the first corner. Can we stay out of trouble this time? We feel the tires are still cold and we have trouble keeping the car pointing the right way, as the two guys behind us are having a little battle, pushing each other off the track. We have Leonardo actually driving behind us. It's probably not going to be mean to us. As we come up to the difficult section, see how the cold tires react here, and you can already see car on the grass cutting directly into the racing line. Luckily we didn't hit him, but yeah, he was very keen on keeping his position. As one car behind us spins out and taps the other one in front of him, they're now both off the track. In the meanwhile, we had a very good exit out of that corner, and we are now a little bit slipstreaming behind the guys in front of us, slowly gaining time on them. We'll certainly make it past the white yellow car. Can we also make it past the number 8 car? Let's back off. It's not wise. We gain one position here, which puts us in position 5. You can see places 2, 3 and 4 in front of us, as we're chasing Alvaro Golgin up the bank section. Catching a little bit of slipstream, closing the gap a little bit, fully maxing out the revs, getting a good entry into the corner, but we get blocked by the guy. It's a difficult corner to overtake if they're right in the middle of it. So position 5 it is, lap number 2. It's a good start. I realize that the strength of field now is pretty high, so we need to think of a way how to beat them. All right, so let's see what's the max that I got in store as we come up to this difficult section, getting a good entry into the corner, setting ourselves up for the eventual pass that hopefully will come in the last corner. Getting a good entry again here. Can I get a good exit? Should have gone wide there. So the game continues as we slipstream behind the number 8 car. It's very difficult to keep a straight line on the bank section, but we carry a lot more speed than the guy, and we pass him quite easily actually. Taking a defensive line in the middle. But we come out as the first guy out of this corner. Okay, so as we skip to lap number 7, we find ourselves to be around 3 seconds behind the number 3 car. The strength of field in this race was 15-15, and my opponents were keeping a pretty decent pace throughout the race. With no cars in front of me for the previous 5 laps, I managed to catch up to the cars number 2 and 3. who were having a battle for second place. This cost him a lot of time in the chicane, as I gained a second through them in that corner. So Alessio just got overtaken by Edward Nash, putting him back in 3rd place. All the while he sees us coming closer in his rear view mirror. How will he react to this pressure from both directions? How will he have treated his tires? As we come out of the last chicane before the start-finish line, we chew off another 4/10ths, as the gap is now less than 1.5 seconds going into lap number 8. With 2 more laps to go, we'll be able to pull off another podium victory among these decently skilled drivers. So while near the end of the race, I can clearly feel that the tires have lost most of their sharpness, which makes it difficult to keep hitting. The apex is nice and clean, as you can see, so the sensible thing to do at this point would be to lower your pace a little bit. That's easier said than done when the stakes are high and there's a podium finish in sight. Getting a lot of speed again here as they are battling each other, and Alessio Faltoni loses control of his car, and we quite gladly take his place, putting ourselves on the podium in third if we can manage to finish a race. And as we come across the line, taking a podium finish in race number 4 in Charlotte Motor Speedway, and you can see that I'm very excited by now. The strength of field was quite high. You can see I've now up to 1584. Very pleased with that result. Unfortunately, the next race didn't go so well. As you can see right about now, I try to go for an impossible little gap in the second corner of the first lap on cold tires, and yeah, we spin quite heavily, creating quite a lot of carnage. So yeah, and as I enter the pits, I also enter it too fast, giving me a 40-second hold penalty. So that was basically the end of the race. So yeah, you win some iRating, you lose some, doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you learn from your mistakes, and that's exactly what we're here for. As we come up to the next race, getting a good start again, making our way out the outside and trying to get a few positions in the first corner. Though we need to take it slowly, we don't want to spin out again. We've seen that too many times before. This purple car comes up the inside. We just trying to follow him for now. Don't try anything too rash. Got plenty of time. I'm sure we'll gain plenty of positions if we manage to keep focused. As we come up to the difficult section, let's see how this goes. We go on the inside of the purple car. Go side by side. Ooh, car spinning around. Okay, as we come onto the back straight, got the purple car on our left side. We need to give him a bit of space, otherwise we'll clip him right. As he's got the inside line, he outbrakes me. I try to take the quicker exit, but unfortunately it's not that easy. We go side by side into the next corner, and as he's still got the inside line, it's very difficult to overtake him. It's also difficult to keep the car heading straight here on the bank section. The car feels very twitchy due to the negative camber, or how do you call it, on the asphalt. Anyway, we take the lead here going into the last chicane, as we have a very unstable exit, clipping the curb, going too early on the gas, and well, yeah, screwing it up a little bit. Lost a few places, going back in P9. As we keep pushing hard and we miss our apex, and I thought I was gonna stay clear of the wall, but unfortunately I was gonna clip right into it. So yeah, unfortunately no good results in this race, at least no podium places, but there is an exciting battle coming up between the guy that qualified in P2. He also had some problems coming, he had to go into the pits, and we find ourselves battling for P10 now, as we are half a second behind Eric Altena. Luckily in the slipstream we gain a little time on him, as I'm right behind him into the last chicane. Getting a good entry into the corner. He goes defensive, or maybe not. He was trying to lure a move out of me, but I stayed put on my line because I did a few laps without somebody in front of me. I kind of got into the racing pace, so I'm very concentrated at this point, driving clean. Gonna put some pressure on Eric Altena as we get a nice apex. There's a yellow flag. There's a car, he just reset it. I don't know if Eric lifted off the gas because of that. But either way, we're side by side now. Can we make it out first? Yes, we can. I'm not sure if I left enough space there. I think it was a clean move. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. As we come up to the first chicane, the dreaded chicane, he goes for an inside move, and I brake a little early to go, well, to prepare the exit, you know. But that in itself is not enough, as we're now side by side again onto the second straight. As I eventually I have to tuck behind him, because this corner is very dangerous going in there side by side. And eventually I get the last laugh. Ooh, or do I? The game's not over yet. He lets me go into the first corner of lap number 9. Sorry, 8. As I get a good entry into the corner. Ooh, drifting, but keeping it steady. Side by side again. Still, I'm the first one going into the next corner, cutting off a little bit. Early on the brakes, close to the wall. Smooth on the gas through here, because the little bumps in the road, it's very easy to get the car spinning. Clip the left wall. Full throttle. Let's hope that's enough to keep ahead of him. Oh, and as if I did it for the YouTube content, I miss a shift. And he's back, well, he's coming for us now. Again, I'm a bit early on the brakes, and instead of being able to pass him now, I bump right into him. He cleverly blocks the way. So with that move, I send him off into the distance for a little bit, because at lap number 9, we approach him once again. Gonna get good. Oh, no. Not so good. Nope. We have to wait. Eventually it is. The same applies to him in this corner. He spins a little bit. So he who laughs last laughs the best. Although I don't know how much that applies when you finish in P10 out of 12. But let's carry on with the next race. Okay, so for the last race of this video and the last race at Charlotte Motor Speedway, I actually qualify on pole once again with a lap time of 1:34.5, which is my nicest result thus far. So I'm quite happy with that. So starting at the front of the grid, we have a decent start, but the aesthetic colored car is following not very far behind. So as we keep the lead in this first careful lap, let me just give a shout out to my neighbor kid, the boy next door, who's an absolute madman. I was sanding some pieces on my motorcycle, and there are some parts you can't really reach with sandpaper, and I was thinking to myself, you know what would be really handy if you'd had a sanding cabin, you know. But who has that, you know? Turns out the kid next door recently bought one of those, and he offered to well, to do those chores for me. And he just turned up one day later with the pieces, the parts all sanded. Absolutely great. It's a 2006 Kawasaki ZX-12R, my dream bike, in black and gold colors, but some parts were painted gold that weren't supposed to be. So those are now shiny aluminium. As the guy behind us comes for an absolute mad dive bomb, and I don't know if he cut the corner with that, if he gets a penalty, but that puts us in second place. But we managed to get a little bit more speed out of the corner, so we managed to put us right to his side. And we got the inside line, we're going to outbrake him, get the apex smoothly out of the other, and we stay in first place, but we're not rid of him yet. He sneaks in the inside, doesn't follow through on his move, so we're gonna keep heading in first for a little bit as we skip to lap number 6. We get chased by Arthur Hanley, a gap of 0.2 seconds, and I go defensive, but not defensive enough, as he goes straight ahead, flying across the blue sausage. And well, I expected at this point that he'd have a penalty, that he'd lift off at some point. No sign of that so far. So as we come up to the second chicane, we follow him closely. Try to make a move here, still expecting him to lift off at some point, and he goes a bit early on the brakes here, so I accidentally clip him, but also managed to straighten him out, luckily. But in that hassle, the car behind us has managed to gain up on us, and now I'm in a battle for second. As the tires are a bit worn at this point in the race. We got Jody Trudeau, he's actually passed us at this point, but yeah, he's fully past us. Let's see if we can get our positions back. Scrape some more paint, like we've seen many times on this track before. But I get a little bit better of an exit out of this one. I'm slowly gaining back on Jody Trudeau. See how many incidents I've got. Only 2. This is nice, very clean. I'm gonna stick to the racing line as we go into the chicane. And we have already one guy taking care of himself, as we're now back in second. Coming up to the last chicane in lap number 7. Getting a decent entry, but not so decent exit. Still putting us right behind Jody Trudeau. Gonna keep the pressure on him, hopefully he'll make a mistake. As we can see, he's sliding a little bit already. Go a little wide ourselves, but that's the strategy in this corner. Although you do need to clip those apexes, that's optimal. This one goes a little bit better, as we have a very nice entry into this one, setting ourselves up for an eventual pass. In this corner, can we pull it off once again? Yeah, we've got some good speed, and we've got the inside line, which I learned is also very important on these banked kind of sections, because that, yeah, it's easy to overtake if you got the inside on these corners. I'm gonna go defensive here now. Don't want to see any dive bombs coming from the back. He's gonna take his original line, but we both kind of end up coming out slow out of this corner, and Jody, he's gonna get overtaken now by David Gill, who's carrying a lot more speed. You can see he's coming up behind quickly. Luckily this corner is very difficult to overtake, and he wisely chooses to stay behind as we smoothly ride the sausages. So as we retain our first place coming out of lap 8, we managed to hold on to that position for one more lap and take it across the line, which is epic. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for those who are new. See y'all in the next video. Cheers.